Have you ever wondered what makes Korean high school dramas so addictively sweet? It's not just the uniforms or the picturesque school hallways. It's the stories of first love, that clumsy, heart-fluttering, world-stopping kind of love. Today, we're diving deep into one of my all-time favorite stories, a tale that perfectly captures the magic of teenage romance in Korea. This isn't just any story. It's about a boy named Jinwoo and a girl named Sora. Jinwoo was the quiet, artistic type, the kind of guy who sat in the back of the class, his sketchbook his only true friend. He saw the world in shades and colors others missed. Sora, on the other hand, was pure sunshine. She was the class president, always buzzing with energy, a bright smile her constant accessory. On the surface, they were from two different worlds. He was the quiet shadow, she was the brilliant light. Their paths rarely crossed until one fateful rainy afternoon. The end-of-day bell had rung, and students poured out of the school gates, but a sudden downpour trapped those without umbrellas. Sora, ever prepared, had one but saw Jinwoo standing by the entrance, resigned to waiting out the storm. He was just staring at the rain, a thoughtful look on his face, as if he were trying to memorize the pattern of the falling drops. Something about his quiet focus intrigued her. Gathering her courage, Sora walked over. "Hey," she said, her voice gentle. "You'll be stuck here forever if you wait for this to stop." Jinwoo looked up, surprised that anyone, especially the popular class president, was talking to him. He just shrugged, a silent reply. Sora smiled and opened her umbrella, holding it between them. "Come on," she offered. "I'll share. Unless you enjoy getting soaked." A faint smile touched Jinwoo's lips, and for the first time, Sora noticed he had dimples. He nodded and stepped under the umbrella with her. That walk home was awkward, but in a cute way. The space under the small umbrella was tight, forcing their shoulders to brush with every step. The sound of the rain hitting the fabric created a private little world just for them. Sora, a natural conversationalist, tried to fill the silence, talking about classes, teachers, and the upcoming school festival. Jinwoo, in contrast, mostly listened, offering only short, shy answers, but he wasn't disengaged. He was listening intently. His eyes occasionally glancing at her as she spoke. He was observing her. The way he observed everything, that shared umbrella walk became a turning point. The next day at school, Jinwoo left a small drawing on Sora's desk. It was a simple sketch of two pairs of shoes walking side by side under a single umbrella, with raindrops all around. There was no note, but Sora knew instantly who it was from. Her heart did a little flip. It was the most thoughtful thank you she had ever received. She carefully tucked the drawing into her notebook, a treasured secret. From that day on, a quiet friendship began to bloom. Sora would make a point to say hi to Jinwoo in the hallways, and he would respond with a shy smile that was now reserved just for her. They started studying together in the library after school. Sora would help him with math, a subject he struggled with, and in return, Jinwoo would teach her how to see the world differently. He'd point out the way the afternoon sun cast long shadows across the soccer field, or how the cherry blossom petals looked like pink snow when they fell. Their connection deepened during the preparations for the annual school festival. Sora was in charge of decorations, and she was feeling completely overwhelmed. Seeing her stress, Jinwoo quietly volunteered to help. He wasn't just helpful, he was brilliant. His artistic talent transformed the drab school gym into a whimsical wonderland. He painted vast murals of starry nights and blooming fields, while Sora directed teams of students, her leadership shining through. They worked late into the evenings, fueled by instant noodles and shared laughter. One night, while they were painting a large banner, Sora's hand accidentally brushed against his. A jolt of electricity passed between them, and they both froze. The air grew thick with unspoken feelings. Looking at her, with a smudge of blue paint on her cheek, Jinwoo felt his heart pound in his chest. He had been secretly drawing her for weeks, filling his sketchbook with her smiles, her thoughtful expressions, her energetic gestures. He was falling in love with her. The night of the festival was magical. The gym looked stunning, thanks to their hard work. Amid the music and the crowd, Jinwoo pulled Sora aside, his hands trembling slightly. He led her to a quiet corner he had decorated with fairy lights and his own paintings of scenery they had talked about. His heart was hammering against his ribs. "Sora," he began, his voice barely a whisper, I have something for you." He handed her his sketchbook. Confused, she opened it. Page after page was filled with her. Sora laughing, Sora studying, Sora looking out the window on a rainy day. Each sketch was filled with such detail and affection, it was like looking at a visual diary of his heart. Tears welled up in her eyes as she flipped through the pages. No one had ever seen her like this before. He hadn't just seen the bright class president, he had seen the real her, the quiet moments in between. She looked up at him, her eyes shining. "Jinwoo." Before she could say anything else, he took a deep breath. "I like you, Sora. I've liked you since that day we shared an umbrella. You're like the brightest color in my world." Sora's tears finally spilled over. She threw her arms around him, burying her face in his shoulder. "I like you too, you idiot," she whispered, her voice muffled by his shirt. "I've been waiting for you to say it." And right there, surrounded by the soft glow of fairy lights and the distant sounds of the festival, they had their first kiss. It wasn't perfect, just a clumsy, gentle press of lips, but it was everything. It was the culmination of rainy day walks, library study sessions, and late-night painting. It was the quiet artist finally showing his colors, and the sunshine girl finding her favorite shade. Their story is a beautiful reminder that love doesn't always have to be a grand, loud declaration. Sometimes, it's found in the quietest moments: a shared umbrella, a simple drawing, a helping hand. It's about two different worlds colliding to create something beautiful and new. It's about seeing the hidden depths in someone and loving them for it. That's the heart of a perfect Korean high school love story. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with me. If you love heartwarming stories like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments what your favorite high school romance trope is. See you in the next video.